Knockout Legends in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. Now, I just watched the Hatton vs Flint 2 fight, and basically it was a rinse and repeat of of the first fight. Now, very rarely you see the judges get things right and score something honestly, but to be fair, he did everything that he needed to do to win the fight. Now, at the end of the fight, he had a black eye and his face was his eye was closed up. I think it was his left eye, and basically there was a lot of blood as well. It was a brutal fight. It was at times it was a proper scrap. I think it's down to the fact that Hatton can't contain himself and starts scrapping once the discipline goes out the window. Now, for the first round, he was boxing intelligently, jabbing behind his guard, had a high guard, and he did move his head, and he judged his distance fairly well. But James Flint obviously knows that he's younger and quicker than him, so he adjusted to what he did. Now, there were times like going into the middle rounds that Hatton would unleash and try to bully Flint into the corner and just unload on him, and he did have some success, but to his credit, Flint just tucked up, covered up, and took the onslaught. Now, the turning point in the fight came, I think, in the fourth and the fifth rounds, because what ended up happening is that Flint had gauged that Hatton was trying to bully him and knock him out, or bully him in a scrap to make him quit under pressure, might make him submit or take him out with body shots. But it didn't work. What he ended up doing is he ended up boxing him. When he had burnt himself out, he ended up backing off, jabbing him, and then throwing to the head, and then throwing to the body. And what he did is he took the air out of his tyres. So the energy that he expelled trying to bully him in the corner in some of the earlier rounds backfired, because what ended up happening is when he went for the body shots, Flint, he took a lot of air out of Hatton's tyres. So he slowed down, and when he slowed down, he started to make more mistakes and started getting caught. When he got caught, you could see the onus of the fight shift. Now, it did shift back and forth a lot throughout the rounds because it was a 10-round fight, and you did get the sense that Hatton had a lot of success, but he kept trying to rush and he smothered a lot of his own work. If he can be a little bit more patient and more calm and not get as greedy in the impetus to actually finish off his opponent, he might have won the fight. There was a lot of good things that I saw in the fight that he did, but then a lot of bad things that he did that spoiled his victory. He could have won if he'd have been more disciplined, and that's the problem. He's not disciplined. Now, if he had someone like Ricky Hatton as an old trainer, that would actually stand him in good stead. But the thing is obviously because Ricky left him time ago, I don't know what the relationship's like, so there is no recourse for that. But he did give a good account, and he did try and avenge the first loss. And you can't really do anything worse than what he did. It was kind of close, but I think James Flint did well more than enough to win the fight by a couple of rounds. Now, the judges scored it 94, 97, 95, 96, and 94, 96. So it was kind of close on some of the judges' scorecards, and on some of the others it was a little bit more further away. But I think maybe just the fact that he's maybe that little bit more experience out of the two of them, that maybe what stood Flint instead. But it is what it is. Valiant effort, good try. Flint goes to 15-2. He's a little bit more older as well. Probably that little bit more experience. Campbell's not the experience as him, but maybe just the fact that his father, the name, he wants to prove himself. But boxing's about getting rounds under your belt, so whatever experience will count. But anyway, what are your thoughts on the fight? A lot of people are touting this fight as a fight of the year candidate fight because it was a good fight and it was a brutal scrap. It was a good English tear up. It was pretty good. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe. And that is another one from the one and only Knockout Legends. Peace.